I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We continue with some musical sums, referring back to the information that we learned on page 2, just adding up the different note values. So you can always refer back to page 2 to be sure of your note values. You've got the PDF that's available on my website, sharonbill.com, which will help you there. And you've also got this pyramid diagram here again that we've referred to previously. And so again, always working in pencil, and then it doesn't matter if you go wrong. You can always erase your mistakes. It's always better to learn by your mistakes. That's okay. That's what we're here to do. Have a go on your own. Try these musical sums, and then we'll work through them together to check your answers. So let's have a go at exercise 3. So they've given us a starter here with A. We know that a crotchet is 1 beat, so 1 + 1 = 2. And our 2-beat note is the minim, which we can see here. And so let's continue with this. So we know now that a minim is 2 beats, so 2 + 2 = 4. And so a 4-beat note we can see is a semibreve. There we go. Well, that's a bit too flat there. Jolly flat, never mind. So now we have the quaver, which is half a beat. And so a half plus a half = 1. And our 1-beat note, we can see here, is our crotchet. And so we need to draw a crotchet. So remember, we do a slightly oblique blob, gradually increasing it, put your stem top to bottom, and then it's nice and neat. Let's have a look at the next one. So we know that this minim is worth 2 + 1 and then plus another 1. So 2, 3, 4. So we've added up to 4. And so we need another semibreve, which is worth 4 beats. Let's carry on. So we know a quaver is a half plus a half plus 1. So a half plus a half is 1, plus another 1 is 2. And so we want our minim, our 2-beat note. You might find that you need to keep glancing back here to begin with, but the more you do it, the less you'll have to glance, and you'll also find that sometimes just what you've done previously will help you. But in time, excuse me, with practice, you'll just crack on and get to know these perfectly without needing to look. It's just a matter of practice. So let's carry on. A half plus a half is 1. So those two together give us a beat. And there's our crotchet beat, which is 1. And then we have a minim beat, which is 2. So 2, 3, 4. And so we know we're going to need a semibreve. See, when you've done a few, it gets much easier, doesn't it? And so let's move on. So we have a half plus a half. Those two give us a beat. A half plus a half, they give us another beat. 1 + 1 = 2. And so we're going to need a minim. Oh, now we've got a minus going on here. So just watch out there. We've got a 2-beat there. And then we've got a half plus a half, which gives us 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. And so we're going to need a crotchet beat there. And then we've got a 1-beat minus, again, watch out there, a half beat. So 1 minus a half leaves us with a half, and so that's another quaver. Oh, that's a bit sneaky there, watch out there. And so now let's press on and let's just have a little look at this bottom section, just explaining about bars and meter. And so rhythm is arranged in different note values over a repeating pulse or tempo, like a clock ticking. So there's your beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. We can have any number of note divisions that will add up to that, just like we've been doing in the musical sums above. And then they're arranged in a certain number of beats per bar, which are divided by a bar line. And there are reasons why this occurs. It's not just, a random number. Each group of different beats per bar creates a different musical characteristic, a different value, because naturally in music, beat 1 is accented. And so the composer chooses how many beats he wants in a bar, knowing that that first beat is particularly accented to give the music a certain character and feel. And then we know that we've come to the end of a piece of music or the end of a section of music because of a double bar line there, which sort of just gives us a point that that's the end of that section. So then, over the page we go. And let's have a look. So we're now going to be looking at just working out these meters. And so we're going to be adding up and showing where each beat falls. And so we can see the bar lines, and we've just got to show how each beat, so we're counting and showing each division of 1. So there's beat 1. There's beat 2, which is divided into 2 halves. So there's our bar line. There's beat 1. There's beat 2. There's another beat. So there's another beat. So that's beat 2 now. And then we have our bar line. So there are 2 equal beats. So we have 2 halves, which gives us beat 1. And then there is beat 2. There's our bar line. And then there's beat 1, and remember how I said it's sort of a play hold. So there's beat 2, whilst that note is still continuing. And then we have our double bar line to finish. So perhaps have a go on your own. And, I said before, always use pencil. Even when you're writing words, it's accepted practice in music theory to always use pencil. If you use a nice sharp pencil, that will help keep it neat and tidy. And also I prefer to use a 2B lead, and that way it rubs out quite easily without leaving indentations in your page. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of these on your own, and we'll check through them now. So we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 3, all equally divided in 1s. There's our bar line. There's beat 1. So these 2 halves give us beat 2. So beat 2 is divided with 2 notes, each of a half. And then there's beat 3. Then we have a bar line. Now here's beat 1. And remember, it's beat 1 and beat 2. It's still holding on. And then we've just got beat 3 for a final note there. Double bar line. Let's have a go at this next one. So we've got beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. Now we've got beat 4. We've got 4 beats in a bar. So you can see we've gone from 2 beats per bar, 3 beats per bar. Now we've got 4 beats per bar. The bars are getting longer. And then we have 2 halves, which gives us 1 beat. So there's beat 1, beat 2. There's the start, there's beat 3, the start of that note, and then beat 3 into beat 4 is taken up by this minim bar line. And then here we have our 4 beat note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's beat 1, and it's going to hold for beats 2, beats 3, and beat 4 all the way to the end of the bar, and that's the end of the exercise, double bar line. by all means, do go ahead and use a ruler. I don't know if it's particularly asking you to put the bar lines. We just want the beat numbers, but I think it's helpful to put the bar lines in just to help you to see that. And so the final one, we're back to 2 beats in a bar. You can see here. So 2 halves gives us beat 1. There's beat 2, bar line. 2 halves gives us beat 1, beat 2, bar line. 2 halves gives us beat 1, 2 halves gives us a beat 2, bar line, and then beat 1, 2 completes that final bar. There we go. And then we have a little challenge at the bottom of the page, and this is where there's more than one option. We can find lots of different alternatives. Can we change the order of the notes in exercise 4B? So we've got these notes here, we've got a mixture of 1 beat notes, halves, 2 beat notes, and they've asked us to rearrange the order to create a different 3-bar rhythm. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to work a little bit backwards. Anything will do, so long as it adds up to 3. So there's lots of different correct answers. The only way it would be incorrect is if you didn't have the correct number of beats per bar. I'm going to finish it though with a minim. I just think it's nice to finish. So beats 2 and 3 are taken up with a minim. And then there's the final beat. So 1 and the final 2 beats. So what I've done is I've just changed that bar around the other way round. And then I think I'm going to move what was bar 1 into bar 2. So I'm going to have beat 1, 2, 3, that's a bit, there we go. And then I'm going to have bar 2, which is a mixture of 2 crotchets and 2 quavers. I think I'll just change those around. I'm going to start with a crotchet because I don't think it's particularly musical to just start. I don't know. I just fancy starting with a crotchet. So I'll have crotchet, crotchet, quaver, quaver, and jumble them round that way. And so let's just think what we're doing here. Here's beat 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is my rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So just clap your rhythm through, tap it through, and just see if you think it sounds musical, and maybe shuffle things around if you don't. But really, so long as the maths is correct, that's about it. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.